And there we go. Welcome to Denoted. Let me make sure there is no echo. I don't know why I keep hearing echo. All right. Doesn't seem like there's echo. I do hear an echo on my side, which is annoying. Let's see what happens when I turn it down like this. Maybe the feedback from my audio. Anyways, happy Friday as everyone fills in. So anyways, yeah, I work tomorrow, so I figured I'd do it tonight, as well as I don't have a lot of Blackberries. I'm sorry. Debbie Downer, I guess. Let's see how. Nah, there's no echo. That's just weird. It's just on my end. Yeah, that definitely helps. Okay. Weird. I will just deal with the echo on my end. Doesn't really matter. Turn down the volume anyways. Yeah, so I don't have the most ample amount. Let's see if does that work. Make sure you guys can still hear me. turn it completely down. Echo dub. I will say this about Blackberries is I do have some random ones. Let's see. Yeah, you can still hear me. Okay, who cares? Let's do it. All right, so I don't have too many. So I do apologize. You know, if we go to the original Blackberry episode of the original Black, the original episode on DIY or Die's channel, you of course can go check it. It's 5 years ago. So it is, you know, pretty old. And I was trying to find what the heck is this? I need to zoom out. I'm not used to it. Sorry. All right. So if you come here, there's a bunch. I don't have this many. There is some random ones that I do have, like the Blackberry Cobbler. I have Nature Flavors, and I have was it Nicotine River? You know, the Blossom. So we will go over some of them, but you know, I don't have. I would say probably, I'm guessing 10, give or take 10. So I'll try to my best of my ability, as well as let me do a quick promotion of a couple of things coming up. We are gonna finalize the whole. Look at me being organized. I figured let me get ahead on these viewer voted. So we got almost all of February decided. We are waiting on the last episode of the month, which let me make sure. Is there even a 4th episode? Yes, there. Yeah, on the 22nd would be the last Saturday, so we're gonna vote on that. TMA, as you can see, has a major episode. Easy to play along too. Anyone can pretty much do the big episodes like lemon, lime, orange. Huge episode. So come and check it out. Wednesday, February 5th, 8:30 p.m. And then the Denoted lineup is pretty much set. We have Blackberries, which was supposed to be tomorrow and is now. Then on the 8th, which is next week, we're going to have the Guava episode. And then the 15th, we're going to have Honeydew and Cantaloupe. For the 22nd, I'm going to figure out what hasn't been done in a while. And yeah, we will do that. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Nothing, Fitty. I work tomorrow. I want to get off work and not rush to record. As well as I don't want to rush and then end up taking over Tim's time slot. You know what I mean? So this works for me. I don't have to rush in general, as well as honestly, it's a quick episode because I don't have many flavors. So yeah, that's it. That's the upcoming lineup. We're going to do Blackberries now. Then Guava for Fitty, so you're welcome, Fitty. And then we're gonna do Honeydew and Cantaloupe. We already did Watermelon, so you can check out Noted DX on DIY or Die for that one. We did, I think, 2 episodes, if I'm correct. 1 natural, 1 candy for Watermelon. Alright, so the first one is TPA, which I know I have. TPA is a decent one. This is a little bit less potent on like 3 scale. I tend to use it in the 2 to 4 scale. It's a pretty nice blackberry. Blackberries are just kind of, in my opinion, they're kind of like a darker blueberry with more earthy, floral, kind of tart notes. This one is good. It is a little bit more candied than the rest, if that's even possible. Like almost a candied jam element. It's decent. There's a lot better ones. I don't know why this is the most popular. It's pretty clutch. Kind of reminds me of like their wild berries, how like they're solid blackberries, but like there's a lot better out there, a lot more natural, a lot more potent, a lot sweeter, and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's not too bad. I haven't had a ton of experience mixing with it, but it is, as you see, the most popular flavor for blackberry, which is weird. That doesn't it's not the number one. I mean, I think it's pretty good, like a starting, you know, if you wanted to, I think, you know, deep diving, or if you wanted a good amount of them, you know, it does have, it's mostly top notes, not a very bassy kind of blackberry, so you can utilize it in a lot of additive type situations where you want to fill out a blackberry, similar to TPA grape juice, how it's just, that's what it's great for, is just filling out the top notes for grape flavors. This is kind of that, similar to like wildberry, as I said, like it doesn't have that bassy kind of full body, but you can utilize it to complete a full body. And then when you do that, that's a weird thing to say, if you utilize it to complete a full body. When else are we going to say that? But you can, if you want, which I think is just as useful as a base, because a lot of these bases don't do like Favora Mango, where it, you know, is more toppy. But yeah, it's decent, not too bad. What did Neil say? Neil, when you finish that, let me know. And I thought I was crazy, but yeah, you get a little, not a complete chai, but in Dr. Pepper, every now and then you get like some kind of spice that is in both, I feel like. All right, come on. So I don't have, let me just make sure at this point, I don't have Capella, I don't have Flavor West. Those are up there. I do, unfortunately, have Flavor Art, no longer do. This one, I don't know if it's like too natural. I've never well, I've had a blackberry in real life. I don't typically have it. But Flavor Arts is a little bit too kind of floral for me. I don't even want to say natural, because in the aspect of like natural's good. But yeah, I did not like this, and I can't remember when I tried it. It was a long time ago, but it gave me too much floral, kind of like earthy note, but kind of pissy, if that makes sense. Kind of like dirty. I don't know how to explain it. Wasn't too good, kind of water diluted. I tested it 1, 2, and 3. 1.7 is the average. I don't think really percentage matters here versus a good flavor, and it's not really that good. I don't know where you would utilize it, especially with those kind of unsettling floral notes. Like I like floral, but when they're like kind of almost cleaner-esque. Here's a great one. Blackberry Favora. That one is my favorite. And you're right, it is the clove. I love free coffee. Okay, zoom in. All right, so Blackberry Favora, fantastic. Now this is like a 1, you know, I do it 1. I never really feel the need to go above 1.25, but do whatever you need. To me, this takes all the natural elements that blackberry has, and you know, its flavor, and utilizes it perfect. It just transcends very well, and it's very authentic. It has the slight floral note, you know, but nothing abnormal. It's really tart, which I like, and it's sweet at the same time, but not too sweet. A lot of times, you know, I'm assuming with the big ones like Flavor West and Capella, I'm assuming they're over sweetened. This is annoying me. Get out of the way, bro. Thank you. Yeah, this one is, I don't want to say like far and ahead the best, but it's my favorite. There's another one that's kind of not a lot of people know about, and it's between that one and this. When we were talking about the other one that I can't remember right now, what was it, TPA, being the top, this is definitely the more bass bottom notes that you want. I don't really think you need much to fill it out. You can add kind of top notes or add a more candied or another authentic kind of blackberry to it, but at the end of the day, it tends to be well on its own. Just a slight. I think just adding more sweetness if you prefer, and more of a solid top note uh, would work better. But it's a solid flavor, and I do enjoy it. I definitely need to mix with it more. Um, yeah, it probably, I would say it's between that one and another one that we'll talk about. Uh, Blackberry VSO is another good one, very similar to Favora in the authentic scale. Not overly sweet. Uh, can't remember the raw off of the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure the raw is going to be significantly better. But I remember the OG for Blackberry being good for what it was. It is, I think, 5% type deal. 2.6 is what it says here. At 2.5, and I've used it in mixes around 2 and 3, and it does do a good job at kind of bringing Blackberry to the recipe without overpowering and kind of becoming the only thing. So it's a very, I would say, easier to mix with than Favora. It's a very good Blackberry. It's a little bit more floral than the others, but naturally, not overly or crappy like FA. It's actually normal. Pretty good flavor. I would say it's a little bit sweeter than Favora if I had to, put them toe in toe. At the end of the day, that's kind of where it goes. Blackberry VSO, raw or original, I like both. Would probably be in the top 3 or 5 for blackberries. So definitely one of the better blackberries. I think it, once again, it's, in my opinion, for VSO, this is, not always the case. This is a little bit more bassy than the others. So I think using the fill out trick of TPA would work here better than using VSO as a top note. I think it's better. It's not too bad for a bass. Blackberry LA, I don't have. Do I have more of Blackberry? No, I don't think so. I used to have Blackberry real flavors. I'll talk about it quick. I don't have it any longer. This was, I think, one of my original orders from Nicotine River. I think it was. I'm not sure if it was one of the originals or when they were closing down and I picked up a whole bunch of discount. I think that's where it is. Lord knows at this point. It was a decent Blackberry. Candied, very blue kind of candied, almost reminded me of like a blueberry candy, while treading the line of natural. It gave me kind of like the natural aspect was kind of like a jammy, like grainy blackberry, kind of like you smushed it or stepped on it. Well, with clean feet, no, like you smushed it with gloves on and some hygienic or proper. I don't know. It was pretty good, not to the point where, of course, I'm going to restock it. I don't think it is in the realm of the VSOs, the NFs, and the Favoras, but at the end of the day, it was a pretty decent Blackberry. I did enjoy the kind of thread in the line of candied and natural. Once again, SB is in your face. You know what? Let's do a cha-cha slide over here. There you go, buddy. Now let's see. Is that again? Okay. It just seems like you're going to see the tip. Not the first time, huh? I'm going to start charging y'all to see the tip. There you go. You don't see the tip. All right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Fiddy in chat says Blackberry Real Flavors was okay, not the greatest, but floral and not floral and nasty. Tastes like a mix of grape and blueberry, like so many others. Yep, that's pretty much what I got. It was decent. Wait, I gotta see. Oh, let me make sure. I just realized, is there double music playing? Zoom doesn't need to be here. I don't think there's double music playing. Okay. Sorry, guys. So I do. Nowhere. I gotta find. Okay, what is this? Blackberry. So yeah, there is that one, which is god awful. But don't they have a? Don't they have a flavor that's an odd name? Blackberry milk. What? I thought they had a flavor that was blackberry, but not in its name. Blackberry and raspberry. No wait. Blackberry Inawera is a straight trash one. Like the most extreme floral. PTSD levels floral. Was not good when I had it. I vaguely remember this one, but I don't remember the name being this, which is kind of confusing me. I can't remember the oddball name that it was, and maybe this is it. Maybe it was called like bar, abbreviated or something. This one was decent. It was more on the raspberry side though. It was like 80% raspberry, 20% blackberry. It was decent, more natural, completely natural. So like, don't get this expecting to get candied. The only place I ever found it was I got a 10 or a 15. Oh my god, don't die. I got a 10 or a 15 on Innerwear like long ago, and it was decent. I'm just gonna add it just in case. I can't remember the original name. It was probably like Wham Bam, Blackberry Raspberry Man. I don't know. But it was decent if you like a natural one. But like I said, way leaning on the left. Or, well, I guess the raspberry. Well, the raspberry's on the right. Never mind. Blackberry VTA, I don't think I have, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. Dark blackberry and berry, I don't have. Blackberry mojito, I wanted to get, but then I didn't because I watched the original episode. Blackberry Blossom, I thought I had this. What is a Blackberry Blossom anyways? Is that something? Okay, we gotta be careful with what. It's a tune. I didn't know it was a tune. I had this many times ago, or no, I don't. No, that's the papaya punch I'm thinking. Or no, the other blossom. Blossom. What is it? Cherry blossom, I think it is. Blackberry jam with toast. I used to have all the toast. I mean, there's a bunch. There's like there's strawberry, there's blueberry, there's apple, right? How many others? I used to have all of them. Blackberry was okay. It was definitely at the tail bottom of them all. They all had that buttery toast element kind of burnt, and that was in this one as well. The blackberry was decent. Of course, it was jammy, natural, tart, sweet. Not overly floral. Definitely like processed and commercialized. All the with jam toast are really good. The only one that it wasn't the biggest fan of was the apple one. The apple one was just kind of slacking. The strawberry, the blueberry, and didn't they have a grape? But the strawberry and the blueberry were my favorite. Blackberry is kind of forgettable, not the best. Let me see, jam with toast. How many there actually is? Because I know there's a couple. Strawberry's good, blueberry's good. Blackberry, like I said, decent. Yeah, apple jam's the worst out of the bunch. I'm glad I'm right. I would rank strawberry, then blueberry, then blackberry. Nothing wrong with blackberry. But like I said, the strawberry and the blueberry are just better. I mean, it's kind of what you want. I think to make a better blackberry is just take the blueberry and try to mask it with the blackberry. Like, I don't know. The blackberry is just not the greatest. It's not terrible, but there's nothing like, amazing about it. Whereas the apple jam just kind of like hits the mark. It's like almost watery. Yeah, I think I can't remember one of the flavors. I don't think I have it. OSDIY. For some reason I feel like I have, but I can't remember much about it. But I know for a fact that's one of the better ones. At least based off here. I remember someone talking about it. Fiddy likes medicine flower, so that's another one. There was the raw we were talking about. Oh, geez, someone gave a low rating. Did I skip any? I really don't have blackberries. This one I have. Alright, so raspberry blackberry lemonade is another thing similar to, yeah, once again, please, since I don't have any guests, because people don't like in their face on the camera, which I understand. Please post your notes. Not now. I mean, now you can post them, but please post them after the video goes up, just to give out more information, especially that this is not my repertoire. I would like to have more than, I'm assuming I'm around 10. Now it's looking like 15, and that's not a lot to me, at least. So, apologize for that. But like I said, after the video, I'm gonna remind you, Fiddy, post your opinions. It doesn't have to even be notes, just whatever you feel. And don't be afraid to post. I mean, I'm gonna look at it and filter out, but don't be afraid to post like, oh, I like this and this, and I did it in this recipe here. Don't be afraid to that. Care. That doesn't promote yourself. That shares ideas. That shares information. That shares skill. So I don't care. But yeah, raspberry lemonade is what it should be called. Very light on the blackberry. We're talking about like 90% raspberry. This one's decent. But I would like more lemonade out of it, and I would like more blackberry out of it. It's more like a raspberry refresher or some crap you would get at like a popular chain. Acai. Didn't I feel like we did episode on Denoted, or no, Noted DX. Acai. DIY or die. Noted. Did we not? We did it in some episode where we filled part of the time with acai. Anyways, to finish this up real quick, it's not that bad, but it's one of those flavors where it's just easier to make yourself. It's kind of disappointing. It smells a lot better than what it is, but it's just lacking a complex flavor while having kind of a solid base. This one was decent. I tried it once. It was a solid blackberry. Back in the day, everyone was like praising Flavor Monks, and it was just okay. Like, it was decent. It was a very jammy blackberry. No floral notes. Slightly tart. Sweet. I mean, it's Betsy and she's sweet. But it was decent. Not enough to like get another bottle. In my opinion, I think this is like a 2016 type flavor where it's just lacking it being complete. Here's the one I think we already went over, but blackberry, if you want to load, blackberry inaware is just a no. Like I said, super floral. Here is a decent one that I don't think a lot of people have or a lot of people can get. It is one of the least potent, kind of or typical nicotine river, potency. So like 3 to 5 is usually where I do it. This one says 2.6. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but like I always use nicotine rivers at 3 to 5. That's just what I do. It's a really good natural a blackberry with a little bit of like a candy kind of blueberry grapish party in the back, a little jammy aspect in there, kind of grainy. You know what I'm talking about when you get the jam, a little like there's some seeds up in there. Really good flavor. I like the sweetness of it, and I like overall the flavor that I get out of it. The problem is it's hard to source now. I think you can only get them in gallons. I don't know. But it was pretty solid. I made a couple of recipes with it before and they did fantastic. It seems to blend well. I would probably put it in my top 5. Not saying much considering I don't have a ton, but top 5, top 6, somewhere around there. Mix is very friendly. Kind of disperses throughout the recipe while covering all the flavors without masking them. Kind of change, like a color changer. But yeah, really good one. From Nicotine River. See, we're missing a lot. None of these I have. I'm looking. I can't remember Blackberry TFS. I'm gonna try to find the notes. Can you see this? No, you don't see what I'm doing. Alright, Blackberry. I can't remember. I believe. Oh my god. Where? Okay, yeah. So, let me add it to my stash. Yeah, this was. Did anyone? Wow, someone actually. Did anyone make it? What? There's recipes? No way. Yeah. There was only a couple that I like from Blackberry, or Flavor Smiths. Blackberry, no. Super, like, stop. Super floral, based off my notes, and just skip. No reason to talk about them. Where are they? Where are they? This flavor apparently is so. Okay, there's one. There's another. Wow. Really? Alright, there's the third, and there's one more I have if I can find it. Fairy's Finest. No, I don't have Fairy's Finest. Whoa! Anyone have Blackberry Vanilla Cobbler Medicine Flower? I think. Ah, there it is. I think I saw Fiddy talk about. That sounds fantastic. Which one should we start with? Well, there's this one. Decadent Vapors does really good floral notes. Usually. This is not the case. This one's super floral. Just too extreme. Not even tart, just floral. The blackberry that's in it is, of course, natural, but it's a natural kind of floral aspect. Not amazing. Not the most enjoyable thing from them. If you don't like the notes that you get in Decadent Vapors Parma Violet, you're gonna hate this because it's like spotlighted. It's not good. We'll go over Acai just for you, Neil, because I have two or three, so we'll just go over it since I don't have many blackberries to begin with. And there we go, Denoted Part 2. Raspberry, Sabuki is raspberry blackberry sabuki super aroma is probably like one of the best combo out of the bunch tonight. I mean, there's like three. This is one of the more balanced one. Once again, it's more on the raspberry side, but I would say it's around 60% this time. The blackberry is very grapish, uh, very black. I don't know how to say it. Very grapish blackberry. Uh, I enjoy it. I've mixed with it a couple times and I didn't enjoy how it reacted to other flavors. I, of course, was incorporating other stuff besides raspberry and blackberries to it. Can't remember exactly, but probably blueberries and strawberries, shocker, or some of that nature. Maybe a Yang Mai or a Bombay or a Huckle. I don't know. But something like that. And it didn't really play well. It kind of disrupted the other flavors. And it didn't allow the balancing to happen. Like the strawberries instantly got disintegrated. I think I had blueberries in there, and the blueberries you would think would like kind of boost the blackberry, but it kind of just separated itself from the blackberry while kind of like pushing. It kind of seemed like almost smooth, TPA smooth, but like separating the flavors, but not in a good way. You know, just didn't do what I wanted to. That being said, that doesn't mean it's not manageable. It just means I made two recipes and didn't like them. But as a single flavor test, I liked it. The raspberry is pretty bright, kind of. I don't want to say jammy, but kind of like you put syrup around it, if that makes sense. Like very kind of a sweet, and then the blackberry is very natural, jammy as well, sweet. Overall, pretty good flavor. You know, it's cliche to say you could make it on your own, and you could make it on your own, probably make it better. But if you're kind of like lazy or just kind of want a solid, some two punch to throw in there, it's a pretty good one. Now, blackberry cobbler, there we go, is not too bad. I don't think it's life changing. I don't think it's the greatest thing ever. To me, it reminds me of a worse version of this flavor. I can't remember. Wild berry, what is it? Wild berry, there we go. A la mode. Reminds me of kind of like a worse version of wild berry. More like Wonder Flavors, how it's kind of like natural. A little bit too much focused on the bread aspect, but it's kind of like in between. Like it's similar to this wild berry cobbler, kind of like that, while being a little bit more natural. Maybe like it's gluten free or something where you're like, really, not too bad. I think this is one of those cases where, like I said earlier, you can make it better on your own. But however, it is a unique flavor on its own way. Here on the west of the world, not a lot of us, like, it's always peach cobblers. It's just always peach cobblers. The percentage I can't remember, but I think it was, I tested at 3 and 4 if I remember. Maybe that's why I didn't like it as much. But it was a decent flavor. Like I said, it kind of felt like a healthier version of Flavor West. Yeah, we went over it earlier, as well as people posted their notes. But yeah, the new multi-mix on profile will be up tomorrow. Feel free once that goes up to, you spam the link if you want. But yeah, this one's decent, not too sweet, kind of healthy, gluten free, like I said. So if you gotta dap it up. I don't even know if we should even mention. Does this have blackberry in it? It's just delicious. As a side note, like the best cobbler you can get. I didn't like Wonder Flavors. There's like some off note in the bread. But this is amazing. Really fun to mix with. The berry I get out of it is kind of like just a blend of a bunch of berries. I would say it's more on the blueberry grape kind of aspect. Maybe it has blackberry in it. I don't know. But it's good. Acai. We'll start acai after I have. Oh crap. Okay. It'll be a little bit longer of episode. Right here. Alright. Here's the I don't have a lot of blackberry flavors, but here's what you can take out, like, as the hidden message for tonight. Of a flavor that not a lot of people know about. Blackberry organic, not the regular. No, I mean I think they're all the same. But blackberry organic, nature's flavor, might be better than Fulvor. That was Kermit sipping his tea. It might be better than Fulvor. I haven't mixed recipes with it enough to like verify that, but as a single flavor test, 1 to 2, what the hell is that? No, don't do it that high. Why? Do start at 1. All right, a little side note for nature's flavors. Holy crap. PSA. I don't right PSA. I think that would be the right term here. I don't know. Warning. General announcement. Nature flavors is pretty similar to potency in, I would say, Favora, closer to Inawera. Inawera is in the realm of 1 to 3%. That is nature's flavors. I would recommend nature's flavors starting off at 1. If you want to be elitist, start off at 1.5 or 2. But trust me, start at 1. Because every once in a while, you'll come along nature's flavor ginger, and then you put 1, and you'll be stupid. Okay? So blackberry, nature's flavors above, the most I've done was 3%. At 3%, it starts to get too floral. At 5.7, I don't know what's wrong with you, but maybe it comes back around, does a lap, and turns into something amazing. But I think at 3, you're pushing it. I think 1 to 2.5, maybe 2.75 is the max of this flavor. I think its sweet spot is 1.5, 1.75. If you want more out of it, 2. You get a natural, organic, some would say, blackberry. Very nice blend. More focused on the like blueberry aspect, not too grapish. Like it's definitely blue and black, like a Mike Tyson victim. I like it. It's between Favora and nature's flavor. I think Favora has a better base and better overall physical structure or whatever you want to call it, whereas nature's flavor has a better flavor. So take it as it is. Favora is going to be more bassy, more top notes, all that. So you might have to work on the basiness of nature's flavors, but I like the flavor a lot better than Favora. But that's where they kind of go between. I think, I hope there's nothing left because we're down to the nitty gritty. Dig footballs. Oh, I remember this. Blackberry lavender lemonade. Did I have that? His one shots are pretty good. I think this combines his, all his flavors. I don't remember ever mixing it. Now, someone tried to talk me into Sluver on Blackberry, but I haven't ever pulled the trigger. Like I said, Blackberry, I don't hate blackberries, but why not go blue? I like blue. Why not go grape? Why not go raspberry? Okay, person. 5 of y'all? What is this? You got a lemonade? I mean, technically, Danjit time under, you would think Band-Aid, lemonade, you would think, aid, you would think that. But then there's Gatorade. See, you messed up. Yep, I think that's it. We're down to like, what the heck. So let me do one last go just in case. RP Wizard Labs. Okay. I think Blackberry Extreme was the one I didn't like, but the Raw and the OG were fantastic. Alright, let's go to the Acai. I only have 5. Do I have Acai? Are you sure? I don't think I do. I got this, but okay. There's gonna be 3 that I don't like, and there's gonna be 3 that I do like. Yeah. So let's start with one of the OGs. First and foremost, some people say they get chocolate off of these. Some flavors. The problem is I don't know which ones those are because I never tasted chocolate really. Acai tastes okay. Tastes like question mark? Alright, acai berries have a unique flavor that's earthy, tart, and slightly bitter, with notes of dark chocolate and berries. Some say it tastes like a cross between blackberry and raspberry and chocolate. So, yeah, I get it, cost of blackberry and raspberry. The chocolate aspect, I don't know. I've never gotten that in real life or in the DIY realm. Now, I love this flavor, so 2 to 5% is where I use it. Boom. I typically use this just at 1 to 2. And what I love using this for is just as a berry booster. It's more just kind of like a blend of blackberry, raspberry, blueberry kind of deal. I love it. I don't get any chocolate. I'm pretty sure people do. But it's a fantastic flavor. I love just adding it to other berry mixes. It has a really good way of working with other flavors and adds a really delicious top note, kind of breaks through for top notes. It's a pretty good flavor. These 3, a lot of people debate on them. At the end of the day, I say get all 3 because they're all amazing in their own what? They're amazing in their own well. There's a lot of water down there, so they're able to, shower regularly. They're amazing in their own well. They're well and they're amazing. Anyways, acai berry is one of the best. I think the first 2 that we're going to talk about are a little bit more DIY friendly, and then there's one that's a little bit more natural. So it depends upon what realm. I think this is the epitome of perfect with berries. Just any berries. Pick your berries, add it around 1%, work your way up. There is floral in these, and apparently my floral radar is pretty tough. So if I'm saying there is some florals in there, it might be too floral to some. Now, to rank this, I would go literally top to bottom. I would say Cap is second. It's, pretty much spot on. It's like we have a bunch of different wild melon blends here, but with, blackberry, raspberry, blueberry. I would say this is, I don't spoil it. Flavor is more natural. TPA is more candied, sweet, artificial. This is in between. This one would be perfect for like an acai bowl because it's in between. It has a little bit of sweetness, but it's not too natural. It's not too sweet. So it's a little bit more in that realm of kind of like fine line neutral. 1 to 3. Yeah, 1 to 3 is what I do. Once again, another good flavor. Please tell me elderberry's not like. Do I have to do elderberries? This was supposed to be a quick episode. What does elderberry taste like? That looks. Words. All right. Okay, similar. Okay, so it's not blackberries. Okay, phew. Thank God, because I only have one or two. I don't even know. Yes, this follows that fine line. I think, you know, this is a slightly more bassy than TPA, but overall I think TPA is better, so this one would be the second. And then the third one would be Favora. Favora is more natural. 1% is what, you know, yeah, 1% is the max for this flavor. It's very potent, very floral, very natural. Definitely more on the raspberry, blackberry, or blueberry, and why can't I think blueberry, blackberry side? Not as much raspberries. It's definitely more on the blue. I think even though this is my third, if you don't like floral or want to not have floral, I would avoid this. Nonetheless, really good, solid. All right, and you know, let's end on a positive note, okay? Acai is a color flavor. Color flavor. There's a lot of flavors that turn purple or blue. That's the only thing I'm assuming. Those are the only ones that have happened to me. All right, so the next three are just straight garbage. I don't think I have acai nature's flavors, but I feel like I do. But I don't remember enough, but I bet you it's probably good. I think these are the only crappy two. Yeah, so these are both the end. So Flavor S is slightly better. It's not good. It's just way too floral, way too tart and sour. Kind of like old. Does that make sense? Kind of like sour milk, but old. Acai. Don't get it. And then probably one of the worst flavors from Perilium. One of the most floral. This one's pissy. Like, it just feels like someone pissed on your acai. And I just hate to be that vulgar, but that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like some bile or chemical was just sprayed on your acai, like you're having an acai bowl with piss. It is one of the worst flavors I've tested, and I've tried multiple times. Tested at 1 all the way up to I think 3. Yep. And each time it made me hate acai, even though I don't hate acai. Maybe because of this flavor it made TPA Cap and Favora look so much better, but this is one of the worst flavors I've ever tried. Like I said, it's kind of like someone took acai, stepped on it with their dirty foot that they stepped in shit, sprayed it with chemicals like cleaning or something, I don't know what, some kind of chemicals, and then pissed on it. That's what it tastes like. And yeah, if you don't believe me, try to source it. I don't know, but the smell alone will make you, you know, like just like it's terrible. Green too. What am I eating? A tree? A bush? It's like you ate the whole stem. But that's it. One of the shortest episodes of Denoted. Next week is guava, which is a lot different, my friends. A lot different. So be prepared. That is one of my realms. So 1, 2. I'm just not ones that I don't have. Yeah, there's not too many that I don't have. So we will do that next week, which is going to be awesome. That is Fitty Stream real quick. Fitty wants to do it, and so it's been up there. Now, as I said, I'm gonna put the votes, voting open for February 22nd, which will complete all of the month of February. Look at that. I have planned ahead. Well, not really. You guys have planned ahead, kind of guided me where to go. So Blackberry is one of the older episodes. There's another one that will, I'll go over it. I'm gonna do I don't know when, but I'm gonna do a Just Mix It episode spotlighting Blue Raz Fruit Punch, and I think maybe on that episode I'll kind of feel out the future options, hopefully, because grapefruit hasn't been done in a while. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll continue to add episodes that haven't been done in a while. I'm not 4 to 6 people. I apologize. I'm just me. So like I said, take it, there isn't, I'm not 5 people like Noted OG or Denoted, or Noted OG, Noted DX. So I'm trying the best I can, guys. Apologize if it's not thorough, but like I said, I always try to remind you, take it just me as, grain of salt with all the information that you can grasp through EOR, old episodes of all kinds of shows. So apologize for that. So I'm gonna try to do this is why we did Blackberry, because it hasn't been done in 5 years, but I kind of feel like I need to do I guess I'm just being a kind of a little brat, because how many flavors did I have tonight? Probably 10, and then we added the acai that added 4. Okay, maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, but I would like to do episodes where I actually have the flavors. I took pride of always, or most of the time, having the most flavors on Noted DX. I took the pride in having 19 cactus flavors or whatever I had, or cacti flavors. Like, I don't know how I did it. So I kind of feel like a little dirty. Like I only have 10 blackberries, which is, first off, that's already ridiculous to have 10 of any flavor, let's face it. But guanabana is not a guava. Guanabana is banana, apple, mango, pineapple. So it will not be included. I will go over pink guava in the episode, as well as grapefruit whenever it goes down, and I will continue to create these brackets like of 4 flavors, and if one doesn't make it, like it's 0, I'll kind of knock it out, bring it back later, like the honeydew and cantaloupe, which actually did 50% with guava. So I'm gonna try to make this keep going and try to be ahead a little bit more so I can do more testing. But the next couple weeks I actually have a lot of the flavors. Honeydew and cantaloupe, that's going to be 20 plus. Guava, I have 95% of guavas, so it should be some good episodes. I'm curious to see what you guys are going to pick for February 22nd. So we'll see. I will probably post that on Facebook, because then I can add a lot more voting options, and then I'll just continue, kind of get a general view or opinion survey. But yeah, that's it. Chilled kind of night. I'm gonna go shower. Yeah. Appreciate everyone showing up. This is very random. Like, I was gonna do it tomorrow, and I was like, you know what? After work, I'm gonna want to relax. Wash my clothes, hang out with my mom. I ain't gonna want to hang out with y'all. No offense. I'm just kidding. I do want to hang out with y'all, but I don't want to rush. Milk and honey. Milk and honey is a hard thing to put. For the simple fact that it's a Bible verse. So, essentially, I mean, milk hasn't been done in a while. We'll do a quick poll and then I'll get off. Do you want milk episode for Denoted, or are you a good person? There you go. So just vote on that if you're a good person or not. All right, so there's a terrible person. Okay, we have one terrible person in chat. Okay, we have two terrible people in chat. Okay, back to two. Someone unvoted to become good and then went back to good. That's definitely fitty. Or went back to bad. Okay, 4 people. So half of you are evil. Half of you want me to do a milk episode. First off, I have 5 milks because I've never been like, you know what I want? You know what I want in this mix? You know, it doesn't have enough low-fat milk. That's what I want. I'll tell you what, just get creamy, milky undertones. Call it a day, okay? And ignore anyone that says FA milk. It's not that good. It's just water. It's 1% milk. Get creamy, milky undertones or condensed milk. No, I'm ending the poll. Thank you to the one person who is good. Do you want a milk episode for Denoted, or are you a good person? No. Yeah, so no would mean you are a good person, and yes means you want an episode of milk, which I'm pretty sure Dave still has PTSD from it. Yeah, I don't have that much milk, so we can take a gander, but I'm willing to guess it's less than... I would be shocked if it was 10. We're gonna check that and then I'll get off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't count. 6, 7. I guess 8, 9. Yeah, okay, I'm not liking it. I'm stopping. I'm not counting more. I'm not counting more. I already got it up to 8. That's way too much. If we need to do a milk episode, we will in the future. But I don't have a lot of milks. It has to be around 10, and then I would feel useless. I like the episodes where I can showcase my stupid amount of flavors. No, milkshakes don't count. Just milk. So it gotta be like FA milk, creamy milky undertone. This? Yeah, is it? You know, so like it's gotta be that, or else it just won't work. I would have to combine a milk episode with another episode. Flavors that in and aid. That would be the hardest to search one. It would just be one, I guess. Well, probably more with the typos. Honey might be. I have about 8, and we could probably combine that with what? Some like a toffee. What has honey in it again? I can't remember, but that's something we can do. We can combine it with milk. Literally make a milk and honey episode. Oh. I don't have much honey. I don't have much milk. Bam, milk and honey episode. That might be. I don't know. 10 flavors of milk. 5 flavors of honey. Denoted episode? Terrible English? Yes or no? That's actually a good idea, because since I don't have much of either, we kind of combine. It will confuse the heck out of people. People will be like, what? But that's fun. That's a good idea. And we can combine that with the Band-Aids and the lemonades and all other aids. Whoa, all other Gatorade. Whatever. I'm gonna get canceled eventually. I think that's kind of a good idea because if I don't have a lot of milks and no one's gonna join the episodes, that's me crying. Makes sense. That would be about a 20-25 episode. Be the weirdest. People will be confused. They'll be like, wait, why is he talking about honey now? Why is he talking about milk? I thought this was just milk and honey. That's something we can do. I will add that to the poll and put it against the 3 other just simple flavors. Like maybe grapefruit, maybe 2 fruits, 2 dessert kind of things, and have people vote. I would like to, even though I specialize in fruits, I would like to kind of go back and forth to get, more variation, but at the same time, but I need to relapse every now and then and do a tropic episode, you know what I mean? Yeah, it seems like at least the people that are watching right now, 7 out of 10 think that's a good idea. So remind me later, Rocky, because I'll probably forget as usual. Actually, just post a comment after the video goes up and I'll remember. Oh, I like that idea because it's so genius and stupid at the same time. You get what I'm saying? I've never even seen Berry Aid. What up, CJ? Nice to see ya. I think that's a genius idea. I mean, 8 people agree. Or maybe they just like my stupid questions. In flavors of milk, 5 flavors of honey, Denoted episode? Terrible English? Milk is garbage. Well, I can't get into it too much because it might be the 22nd episode. I think people will like that idea because that's just not just normal denoted kind of structure. It's like combining 2 things is typically just in relation, not literally the name. As well as I'm never going to deep dive milks. I'm sorry, guys. Like, if someone bought the milks and shipped them to me, I'm not even going to purchase them, even if you paid me. Like, that's so much milk to find. And then you got to ship it and pay for it. And then you got to test it, which is even worse than financially wasting it. So it's just, it would be... Most milks are good or not good. And then like people talking all this stuff about FA, and FA is just okay. Like I said, it's low fat 1%. Why do you want 1% milk? You want whole milk. We're not doing this for health, I mean, physical. Well, I mean, we ain't getting high cholesterol from this, or diabetes, or problems with our liver. We ain't getting none of that. So why not have whole milk? No. I don't know what it is. Depends upon. You can send me a gallon of milk and honey. FA is not whole milk. It's a whole, not a lot of milk. That is straight. No, it's not. The creamy milky undertones. That's that's whole milk. The FA milk's too thin, my man. I think it's, I'm being harsh saying low fat milk, but I think honestly, it's 2%. Okay. Triple O is more dense. It's almost condensed milk. And condensed milk is closer to whole. No. Just do it at 2%. I don't hate FA milk. I just don't think it's the legendary thing that everyone talks about. Nah, do 2 to 3. So like, if you're just adding triple O into a mix, 1 to 2 is fine. But if you want to feel like the thickness, put it at 3%, and then wait. What about 3 to 5 days, and it grows? It grows even more. Nah, you can't tell me. It's subjective, and we're talking about percentages of milk, Fetty. Shut up. It is okay. It is good. It's not terrible. But at the end of the day, am I gonna like buy a gallon of that shit? No. No. It's all right. It's just, in my opinion, it's a little too thin. Thin. Oh, 1.5% milk? No, I can see FA being 2%. I mean, realistically, that's what I get out of it, is 2%. Triple O, I get more of like a condensed milk vibe, which gives me more of a whole milk feel. Like, triple O to me is not even milk, it's like it's condensed milk. I would buy, if I could afford it, a gallon of guanabana. I would buy a gallon of a lot of stuff, but it's just too, I just can't find the reason to, as well as I want to get rid of a lot of the flavors that I'm not going to use again, but aren't like terrible, you know? Like blackberries, you know what I mean? I think they're both are basic, triple O and FA. I mean, milk is basic, but I don't know. I feel like triple O is more on the condensed side, as I said. And triple O probably has whole milk. I don't know. I don't have a ton of triple O. But no, I just, FA's okay. Isn't there another one that they do? They do, I don't know. See, that's why you need to get your butt on stream. I'll argue with you the whole night. I don't know. Like I said, people have FA. I told you. Video about to take a 5-minute break here. People love FA milk, but I'm just saying, it's not that good. It's good, but it's not that good. I don't even think it's a legendary flavor. I'm sorry. Like, when you compare it to, like, I don't know what's a legendary LA cream cheese icing or something like that. Like, it's just like, goodbye. I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. Snow cream is one of my favorite creams, as well as when the Sam went crazy on this one, but creme de la creme, that's another good new cream that I like. I love the creams. I love condensed milk in DIY compared to just regular milk. I don't know. I think the thickness of condensed milk transcribes into DIY a lot better than milk. Milk just tends to give me kind of watery. I love Butcherick. Love the booty Rick. The Booty Rick. Love that, man. But yeah, it is dapified, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Fun fact about me in real life. Well, I mean, you probably already noticed, I hate all citrusy bakeries. Damn. Alright. I'm gonna add that into the voting, and I think that will win. I don't know what they are. I never really cared. because I just neither or no to me. And what's funny is every time I've had that off note that we've talked about, that just cardboard ruins it. Um, it's never had DAP or Baturic or anything like that. It's just always been a normal flavor. So I gotta figure that out. But I know it's not DAP or Booty Rick, which by the way, I'm gonna call it. Go ahead, man. I never really cared about. The ones that I do care about is the ones that are, oils, stuff like that. That is true. There's certain things that, like, to me, I don't waste my time on remembering them. And all those, like, you cannot do this, you're gonna get butter lungs. Like, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, we're doing something that's 98, 96, whatever percent. It's not 100. And I understand that. So I'm just grateful that some is a percentage healthier. But I understand people want to go to the full extreme, or they want to, be as good as they can be. That sounds like a ploy. I love citrus, lime. I love lime flavors, and I love them in real life by themselves. But as soon as you add some bakery to it, I'm like, nah. The same thing with chocolate. I don't like chocolate donuts. The only thing chocolate I like is maybe cookie. I know I don't even really like the cookies that much. Cake, that's it. But if you're talking about like muffins, chocolate muffins, no. Chocolate donuts, no. Chocolate scones, no. It's weird. Certain things like that, I just don't like the combination. As well as like entrees, like if you're eating actual food, I don't like sweet. Unless it's like vegetables or something, but like if I'm eating a chicken or a steak or any kind of meat, I don't want it sweet, I want it savory. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not picky. I still eat it. Like today, my job gave me, our food, and it was, like a sweet steak. So whatever, it's free, but like I would prefer savory. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, I cannot. Like if I go to a restaurant, then yeah, I'm paying for it. But if you gave me some sweet pork and said, here you go, I'd say thank you, All right. I think we're gonna end it. I gotta pee because I've already drank too much coffee. I like coffee at the end of the day, man. It makes me kind of relaxed. Yeah, there was a heavily discounted Starbucks today, and it ends tonight. So I was just like, all right, I'll get one after work. Because I don't like drinking coffee at work because I don't feel like, the crash matters, and I don't get any additional energy out of it. It just makes me have to pee and makes me feel, a little bit better. I just like the taste. But man, oh man, that's why I don't. You drink it at work, and then next thing you're like, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. Cause I chug coffee. That's why I like iced coffee. I ain't got time for something to cool down. What is this, soup? That's the same reason I don't like soup. I'm burning my doing that. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. I don't like that. Just give me my food. That's why milk and honey. Once again, Rocky coming through. Milk and honey. You're never gonna. Never. No. None of that. Just dip. A little bit of honey. But I think that'll be it. Soup sucks. It's an appetizer. Get out of here with that entree BS. You better bring that soup with additional stuff, okay? Because if you think I'm eating soup as I'm gonna fill up on liquid. Just drink water. All right, I get it. You like soup. I get it. It's an appetizer, okay? Don't bring salsa and chips to my table and say, all right, that's all you're gonna eat. No, you better bring some other stuff. And that's soup. All right, shameless promotion before we get off. Yeah, I gotta reword that. So as you can see, we're doing Blackberry now, but so once again, TMA lemon, easy episode. Anyone can do this pretty much, I think. Hopefully, unless you don't like lemons. I mean, look at all the stuff you can pick. I can't even fit it. I gotta zoom out. Which messes it all up. It's right here. That's all you can do. So make sure to get your hashtags TMA. If you can make it private until the day of, if you just don't want to, you just want to kind of, you don't want people mixing it kind of deal, or if it's crappy, you know, that's fine. That happens, especially with episodes like this where you're mixing out of your complete choice. But yeah, as you can see, as I mess it up again, trying to get as much as, there you go. There is a lot to choose from. So you got a couple days, as you can see, 5 days, February 5th, Wednesday, 8:30. Join Sam and Linda. It's going to be an awesome episode. Look at their little hats. They're going to play golf. You're going to have some lemonades, as well as their arms appear to be, so they're holding the drink like this for some reason, but they're monkeys. It's okay. Yeah, so it's going to be a great episode. I think these episodes are going to be harder than the smaller episodes, and I know that it makes no sense, but I think giving you more options is going to make it in return more difficult, because you're going to have more chance to mess up, and it's going to open the floodgates of potential ideas, and your imagination's going to run wild. So anyways, that's going to be Wednesday, 8:30. And then the next 2 weeks of Denoted are set up. I think I might executive decision the milk and honey episode and just put a yes or no kind of thing and see what people say. That sounds like a good way to end the month. And then we can get up March set up, which is crazy that, you know, but we'll see. I want to give everyone a fair chance. I understand. I mean, everyone voted. 9 people voted yes, so that's a huge chunk. So pretty much only a couple more people have to say yes, and then it makes sense to do it. But then next week we're gonna have the Fiddy episode, which is gonna be Guava. It's gonna be a really good episode. I think it will be one of my favorites, for the simple fact that I love guavas. And yeah, then after that we're gonna do honeydew and cantaloupe. A lot of people do not like honeydew or cantaloupe. I love both. I love all melons, okay? I don't judge melons. I just love them. So that will be the 15th. Yeah, that would be February 15th, Valentine's Day, after Valentine's Day. So that will be one of my favorites. Yeah, I also like this image. But yeah, that's the lineup for the month. Like I said, we're gonna try. Well, I'll see. I think I'll set up a poll where I'll give the milk and honey option plus, instead of 3 other options, probably 2, because it seems like a good idea, and we don't need too many more people to verify that. If like 6 people say no, then maybe I'll open it up. But I want to, me too, Funky, nothing wrong with that. I want to make this as, you know, if I'm not gonna have guests, I want to make it as viewer interaction as much as possible. Like, Noted OG was like, oh, I request this flavor, it's added to the list regardless of the popularity, which is great because it leads to episodes of like clove and black licorice and things that are, you know, uncommon or not as liked, you know, more scapegoated, whatever you want to say, black sheep. But I think incorporating the weekly or preparation ahead vote, I think it's better because it gives in general what most of y'all want to see. At the end of the day, eventually I will have to do an episode of like Clove or whatever. But until then, I think it's best to continuously do what the viewers want me to see, which ain't a lot of people. Well, I'm being a little. We're picking up steam for Denoted, and TMA is getting more and more. Makes it. Oh, this doesn't show the views, but we're averaging like 100, 150 views. So I'm being a little bit harsh on myself, but I want to make it. You can't make everyone happy, and I don't really give a shit or want to make everyone happy. That's just impossible. But I would like to satisfy as many of you as possible. No, I'm kidding. I would like to get a general grasp of what people want to see and then try to do it as effectively as possible. And I think that leads to a lot more interaction, a lot more views, which makes the whole purpose of the content purposeful. So I think that's what I'll continue to do. I also like that style. It leaves me on my toes. Yeah, as well as get to design all the cool AIs. I mean, I don't design them, but whatever. But anyways, I would do it. Shout out to the average 7 to 10 people viewing me randomly, completely off schedule. But I think this was better. I don't have to rush. I don't have to get off, for Tim to get on and whoever else is on Saturday. I think it's just me and Tim. There's probably 4 people I don't even know about, so apologies. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's it. I want to see y'all at TMA. I want to see more recipes from TMA, y'all. Don't be afraid. I mean, Buster, he posts his recipes and he says if they're crap or not. So don't be afraid to post crap fails. Like, the whole point is the challenge of it, the interaction with everyone, and having fun. And if you fail, now all right, that nut doesn't work with that, But, Linda and Sam have found a 1, 2, 3 base out of the show, which means you can find this within yourselves. But a 1, 2, 3 base out of the show, they've found a bunch of adaptions from combos that they liked within the recipes and then added to it. So there's a ton you can learn from failures. So don't be afraid to fail. The biggest failure you can do is just not even trying, not even asking questions, all that cliche shit. But it's true. It's true. It's damn true. Yeah, unfortunately, Friday does not work for me typically. As well as we went over this on episode. I don't think you were there, Rocky, but statistically, the people that are watch my videos, meaning you and everyone watching now, statistically, 24/7. I mean, Monday through 7 days a week. I'll eventually word that right. 7 days a week. Most people watch my content 12 to 6 p.m. So it made sense to move, as well as I wanted to do it during the daytime so I can do other stuff. I don't like, the end of the day, because after the show you kind of feel energized. So I kind of like it where it is at 12. It just fits better, as well as I'm already up at even though I'm off work, just habit, I wake up at 7 or usually 7 or 8, and then I force myself back to sleep. Then I wake up, so it's one of those things where it's I'm already ready and there's nothing to do because no one does anything on a Saturday morning, so I just do it. And most of the views that you see on these lives, so we average live about 40 to 60 views, but typically it's around 40. Right now we're at 37, and that's just people that have clicked it. So there's been 10 people solid all night, but 37 people have clicked the video at least once, or at least you guys have clicked it multiple times, whatever. But then by next week, it will probably be around, 150. So they're mostly replay. So I don't feel too bad if you miss a live. It sucks you miss chat, but this is more replay. Eddie is the fastest on the timestamp, so he generally has it up today or tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, kind of deal. So I'm trying to do this to where it works for everyone. But if you can't make the live, don't worry about it. I always appreciate y'all viewing at any point. But that's it. By the way, I've been digging this song so much, so I think it might just be the theme song. I don't know. But anyways, folks, I think I'm gonna end it. Like I said, I gotta pee. So y'all have a good night. I really appreciate y'all. It's no bullshit. Like I said, I ain't getting nothing out of this except from Shane. Shane, shout out to you, my one Patreon. So, just know, I love y'all. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Happy Friday. Stay safe. One more time. One more time.
DJ